Have you ever noticed how sharing your plans too soon can sabotage your success? How revealing your next move often invites doubt, envy, and even quiet sabotage. The truth is, not everyone around you wants to see you succeed. Some will cheer you on, but others, knowingly or not, will plant seeds of hesitation, holding you back from your true potential. As the saying goes, a lion doesn't announce its hunt. Silence isn't secrecy, it's strategy. In a world where words can be twisted and intentions misunderstood, what you choose to keep private is just as powerful as what you choose to share. Today, we'll explore why the most successful people move in silence and how you can use this silent strategy to stay ahead, protect your goals, and achieve success on your own terms. Stay with me, because mastering this could be the game changer you've been waiting for. 1. Your next big move. Have you ever noticed how sharing your dreams or goals with others can sometimes drain them of their power? One moment, your vision feels unstoppable, clear, powerful, and full of momentum. But as soon as you speak it, something shifts. Doubts creep in, hesitation takes root, and the fire that once burned so brightly begins to fade. Why? Because not everyone needs to know your next move. Not everyone around you has pure intentions. Some may genuinely encourage you, but others, whether intentionally or not, will plant seeds of fear, doubt, and hesitation. Even those who care about you might unknowingly impose their own limitations on your vision, asking questions like, "Are you sure this is a good idea?" Or, "What if it doesn't work out?" These words linger, quietly eroding your confidence, and at the first obstacle, those whispers of doubt resurface, threatening to derail your progress. But doubt is only part of the problem. Envy is a far more dangerous force. Your ambition and growth can make others uncomfortable, reminding them of their own unfulfilled potential. At first, they may cheer for you, but as you rise, silent competition begins. Admiration turns into quiet resentment. Some people were comfortable as long as you were on their level, but the moment your progress highlights their stagnation, their support falters. They may distance themselves or, worse, subtly undermine you. And then there are those who don't just envy you, they actively wish to see you fail. These individuals may smile to your face while working behind the scenes to sabotage you. Sometimes their actions are subtle, like passive-aggressive comments or unsolicited advice designed to make you second-guess yourself. Other times, their sabotage is deliberate, spreading rumors, creating obstacles, or ensuring that opportunities slip through your fingers. So, what's the solution? Silence. Move in silence. Guard your dreams and plans like a warrior guarding sacred ground. Nobody can sabotage what they don't know exists. The most successful people in the world don't announce every step they take or seek validation at every turn. They simply act. When the work is done and the results are undeniable, that's when the world finds out. History's greatest strategists understood this principle. Silence isn't secrecy, it's strategy. Powerful leaders, visionaries, and innovators built their empires and game-changing ideas in private, revealing them only when the time was right. Before you share your plans, ask yourself, am I seeking guidance or am I looking for validation? Will this person truly support me, or am I exposing my vision to unnecessary energy? If the answer is unclear, keep your plans private. Not every move needs an audience. The loudest person in the room is rarely the most successful. Those who constantly talk about what they're going to do often never follow through. But the one who moves in silence, who lets their work speak for itself, That's the person who truly succeeds. A lion doesn't announce its hunt. A warrior doesn't declare every move before battle. The wise build in silence, act with purpose, and reveal only when the time is right. Protect your dreams. Guard your plans. Move in silence. Because when the time comes, when your work is complete and the results speak for themselves, the world won't just notice, they'll be shocked. Let your success be your announcement. Let your results be your voice. And let the world see what you've built, not through words, but through undeniable action. 2. Your deepest weaknesses. Let me ask you this. Who truly deserves to know your struggles? Who has earned the right to see your vulnerabilities? The harsh reality is that not everyone who listens cares, and not everyone who nods in understanding is on your side. Some people aren't listening to help, they're listening to use. They gather information, waiting for the perfect moment to turn your weaknesses into weapons. Think about it. When you share your deepest fears, your self-doubts, your struggles, you're handing someone the blueprint to break you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, when emotions run high or circumstances change, that same information you shared in confidence could be used against you. It might be a friend who becomes an enemy, a colleague who turns into competition, or even a family member who, in a moment of anger, throws your vulnerabilities back in your face. Sometimes it's not even intentional. People can be careless with trust, repeating things they shouldn't, turning your private struggles into gossip. What you once shared in honesty becomes entertainment for others. And just like that, your vulnerability becomes a tool for betrayal. But let's go deeper. This isn't just about betrayal, it's about control. The more someone knows about your weaknesses, the easier you are to manipulate. If someone knows you fear rejection, they can withhold approval, keeping you chasing after them. If they know you fear failure, they can plant just enough doubt to make you hesitate. If they know you struggle with self-worth, they can reinforce that insecurity every time you try to grow. This isn't limited to personal relationships. It happens in business, leadership, and every competitive space. Revealing your weaknesses is like showing your opponent your defensive gaps before the game even begins. Do you really think everyone in your workplace or industry is your friend? Some people will shake your hand while secretly waiting for the chance to outmaneuver you, outshine you, or replace you. The less they know about your vulnerabilities, the less power they have over you. So, what's the solution? It's not about shutting yourself off completely. We all need people we can trust. We all need safe spaces where we can be vulnerable. But trust is earned, not given. Before you share your struggles, test their character. Observe them. How do they handle other people's secrets? If they gossip about others, what makes you think they won't gossip about you? If they've betrayed someone else's trust, why would you be the exception? Ask yourself, if this person were angry at me one day, could they use this against me? If the answer is yes, stay silent. More importantly, learn to carry your struggles with strength. You don't need to broadcast your battles to the world. You don't need validation or sympathy. You need wisdom and self-mastery. The strongest people aren't those without weaknesses. They're the ones who refuse to let the world use their weaknesses against them. They move carefully, trust wisely, and understand that real power isn't just about what you show, it's about what you choose to withhold. So guard your vulnerabilities, protect your struggles, move in silence, because not everyone listening is listening to help you. Silence isn't secrecy, it's strategy. And in a world where information is power, keeping your weaknesses private is one of the greatest strengths you can have. 3. Your income and financial plans. Money changes everything, not just your circumstances, but the way people perceive and treat you. The moment others know how much you earn, what you've saved, or what your next financial move is, their behavior shifts. Some will expect more from you, some will feel entitled to your success, and others will quietly look for ways to take advantage of you. An intelligent person understands this. They know their financial matters are private, not public knowledge, because sharing too much invites problems you never anticipated. Let's start with those closest to you, family and friends. You get a raise or start making more money, and suddenly expectations arise. You should cover the bill at dinner. You should lend money whenever someone asks. And if you say no, if you draw boundaries, you're labeled as selfish or accused of forgetting your roots. But the truth is, you haven't changed, they have. The moment your financial situation improved, they stopped seeing you as just a person and started seeing you as a resource. Their disappointment isn't about you, it's about their own unmet expectations. Then there's competition. Some people simply can't handle seeing you succeed. They were fine when you were on the same level, struggling together. But the moment you start to rise, envy creeps in. They watch you more closely, comparing your progress to theirs, making passive-aggressive comments like, "Must be nice." It's not admiration, it's bitterness. And bitterness often turns into sabotage. They'll try to make you feel guilty for your success, reminding you of the times you needed help, as if success is something you need to apologize for. They'll criticize your spending, your choices, your lifestyle, not because they care, but because your progress highlights their stagnation. Instead of working harder, they'd rather pull you back down. But the biggest threat doesn't come from friends or competitors, it comes from opportunists. The more people know about your finances, the bigger a target you become. It could be a distant relative with a sob story, a fake friend needing just a little help, or a business partner more interested in your money than the business itself. It could even be someone watching quietly from a distance, waiting for the perfect moment to take advantage of what you've worked so hard to build. The more you share, the more vulnerable you become. So, what's the solution? Silence. Keep your income and financial plans private. You don't need to explain your spending, justify your success, or seek validation for your financial decisions. Let people wonder. Let them assume. The less they know, the more control you have over your financial future. This isn't just about protecting yourself, it's about moving strategically. Sharing your financial plans too soon invites unnecessary opinions. Suddenly, everyone has advice. You should invest in this. Don't spend your money on that. I heard that's a bad idea. Their doubts, fears, and lack of financial understanding can seep into your decisions, steering you off course. An intelligent person doesn't let the world dictate their financial journey. They build in silence. They invest in silence. They grow in silence. And when the results are undeniable, when the success is visible, they still don't explain. Because true financial power isn't just about having money, it's about controlling who knows about it. So protect your income, guard your financial plans. The moment you let the wrong people in on your business, you're not just sharing numbers, you're giving them power over how they treat you. Keep them guessing, keep them wondering, and most importantly, keep your money. True wealth isn't just about what you have, it's about the silence and privacy that protect it. 4. Your family problems. Family is sacred. It's where your story begins, where you find your deepest bonds, and where your roots lie. But here's the truth. Not everyone needs to know what happens behind closed doors. An intelligent person understands this. They know that family problems are personal and should be handled within the family, not broadcasted for the world to dissect. The moment you share your family struggles with the wrong people, you invite judgment, gossip, and manipulation. Some will pretend to care, but they're only collecting information, waiting to turn your private pain into public entertainment. Let's be honest. Not everyone listening to your struggles wants to help. Some people listen to compare. To them, your problems are a way to feel better about their own lives. Did you hear what's going on in their family? And I thought my life was bad. It's not support, it's gossip disguised as concern. And then there are those who will weaponize your struggles. In the wrong hands, your family issues become tools of manipulation. A coworker might casually bring it up in a meeting to undermine you. A so-called friend might throw it in your face during an argument. Or worse, someone you trusted might use it as leverage, reminding you of your pain at the perfect moment to make you feel small. And the worst part, you gave them that power by oversharing. But the damage doesn't stop there. When you expose your family issues to outsiders, you risk harming the very relationships you're trying to protect. Every family has its ups and downs, arguments, misunderstandings, conflicts. That's life. But when you involve outsiders, you invite opinions that can deepen the cracks. Maybe you vent to a friend about a fight with your sibling. The next day, you and your sibling make up, but your friend doesn't forget. They hold on to that story, judging your sibling long after you've moved on. Over time, these outside opinions create divisions in relationships that could have healed in private. What should have been a momentary rift becomes a lasting scar, weighed down by unnecessary interference. And then there's the danger of reacting in the heat of the moment. When emotions run high, when you're hurt, angry, or frustrated, you want to talk, you want to vent. But in those moments of vulnerability, you might say things you can't take back, or reveal things you shouldn't. Later, when the dust settles, you realize you've exposed too much to people who didn't need to know. And once something is shared, you can't unshare it. The damage is done. So, what's the solution? Discretion. Handle family matters within the family. Talk directly to the people involved. If you need guidance, seek wisdom from someone trustworthy, someone who genuinely wants to help, not someone who's just curious about your business. And above all, protect the dignity of your loved ones. Family isn't just about celebrating the good times. It's about standing together through the hard times. It's about keeping each other's weaknesses safe. No family is perfect, but that doesn't mean the world needs to know every argument, every mistake, or every struggle. Privacy is not secrecy, it's respect. By keeping your family problems private, you protect your relationships from unnecessary interference. You guard the trust and love that hold your family together. And you remind yourself that not everyone listening is listening to help. Some are just waiting for a story to tell. So, protect your family, guard your relationships, and most importantly, keep what's sacred, silent. 5. Your good deeds. True kindness doesn't need an audience. Real generosity doesn't ask for applause. When you give, when you help, when you act out of compassion, it should never be about recognition. It should be about purpose. But in today's world, too many people crave credit for their kindness. They post every donation, document every act of charity, and make sure everyone knows just how generous they are. Why? Because they're not giving for the sake of others, they're giving for the sake of being seen. Here's the truth. When your good deeds are done for attention, you strip them of their true value. The act becomes less about helping others and more about feeding your ego. An intelligent person understands this. They know that real giving is silent, private, and pure. The most meaningful acts of kindness happen when nobody is watching, when there's no reward, no validation, no audience. Because when you give for the right reasons, it transforms you, it humbles you, it fills your soul. But when you do it for the spotlight, it becomes just another performance. And let's be honest, people can see through that. They can tell when kindness is genuine and when it's just for show. The moment they question your intentions, your good deeds lose their meaning. Instead of inspiring others, you make them wonder, did they really care, or were they just looking for validation? But let's go deeper. Publicizing your good deeds doesn't just diminish their value, it invites unnecessary problems. Some people won't admire you, they'll envy you. Oh, so they have enough money to help others. Why aren't they helping me? Instead of spreading positivity, you create expectations. Instead of being appreciated, you become judged. And then there are those who will exploit your kindness. The moment people see you as a giver, some will come with their hands out, expecting more and more. And when you finally say no, you're no longer seen as kind, you're seen as selfish. Oh, you helped them, but not me. Suddenly, everything you've done before is forgotten, and all they focus on is what they didn't get. So, what's the solution? Move in silence. Let your good deeds remain private. You don't need to broadcast your generosity to the world. You don't need validation for doing the right thing. Because real kindness isn't about being seen, it's about making a difference. It's about helping someone without expecting anything in return. It's about giving from the heart, not for the applause. The most powerful acts of kindness are the ones done quietly, without fanfare, without recognition. They're the ones that leave a lasting impact, not because the world saw them, but because they were done for the right reasons. So protect your kindness, keep your generosity private, and remember, the most meaningful good deeds are the ones you carry in silence. Let the impact of your actions speak louder than your words ever could. Because true kindness doesn't need to be seen, it just needs to be felt. So, as you move forward, remember this. Silence is not weakness, it's wisdom. What you protect in private becomes your greatest strength. Your dreams, your struggles, your plans, and your kindness don't need an audience to have value. In a world that thrives on noise and constant validation, choose to move differently. Let your actions speak louder than your words, and let your success be your response. Because the most powerful moves are the ones made in silence, and when the time is right, the world will see what you've built. Stay silent, stay focused, and let your results do the talking.